When our clients first come to us, one of the questions they ask at the very onset is, how much is my case worth? You can get a gauge as an attorney when you review the bills and you review the records and you understand all the suffering and everything that's happened up to this point. But even with that gauge, it's really hard to say at that point. There's a lot of factors that come into play. One of the factors that you don't necessarily have a great hold on at the very beginning, while you have some understanding in terms of what the future holds with someone who typically has this injury, you may not be typical. Not everyone heals the same. Not everyone feels the same 2 months out, 6 months out, a year out. It's important to understand the individual. And it's important to let it play out a little and see how the individual is doing, to speak to experts who examine this individual, who research this individual's history, how they've been doing this far. Really get a good sense of how they're going to be 5, 10, 15 years down the line, because you are entitled to compensation for that, and quite often large amounts of money depending on what your injuries are. So you don't want to sell yourself short. So the answer is not necessarily an exact number, but in time, the picture becomes a lot clearer in terms of what that range is of what you should get. And then as you're an attorney, you want to make sure you get towards the top of that range. You want to make sure you get compensation you feel is very fair for your client. This is your person, you're their guardian angel, as I believe, as their attorney. You're there to make sure that this victim, that this person who's going through all this and how their life has been upheaved is made sure to be made whole through at least through a financial standpoint. We can't bring back necessarily your health as your attorney, but we can make sure that you're compensated fairly for what you're undergoing and what we expect you to undergo in the future.